the last day, I got blocked. I was blocked. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Shar. If you are new here, I do videos based around my spiritual journey, growth, self-awareness, and things of the sort. If you are interested in that, please like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and let's get into this video. Okay, so I pre-recorded this, but I didn't really like the it would have been too much for me to edit, so decided to try and re-record it. And as unplanned as I am, I did not write anything down, so we're just going to go off of memory. So the title of today's video is going to be called Getting Hurt While Still Healing. And as you all know, when you are in a place to fully accept, easily discuss, sometimes with no emotion on the back end at all, you really have grown past the moment, the emotion, the person, etc. So as I've mentioned in my other videos, these things are kind of like story times. So I just wanted to preface you all with that. So yeah, let's go and get into it. So we all know I was in a DV situation, and trying to get back outside, I had a couple run-ins with a couple guys, and so in no order, we're going to talk about the first one, right? So the first one, I used to call him Babyface, and me and Babyface were cool. We were FNBs, and we spent a lot of time together. He lived very close to me. I met him at a show, hiding from this white guy trying to get me to do COKE, and that guy would not leave me alone. So I kind of just like bumped into him and was just like, can you help me, da 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 da. Fast forward, my situation that, you know, I was saying is kind of the start, the kickoff to my spiritual journey. I was talking to Babyface at the time, and he was really trying to, the problem is I lied about the situation to him, but he was really trying to help me heal a lot of the things that I was not keeping myself accountable for. He was like really just throwing it in my face, and I don't know, I liked that at the time because I was not able to hold myself accountable for a lot of the things that I did, that I said. Like I said before, I was lying, and I don't know, he was just really trying to help me as much as he could, but obviously I was not willing, I was not giving into that situation. So I kind of slow ghosted him, and in reference to this video, I bring him up because, yeah, he was like one of the first ones. And fast forward to like 3 to 6 months later, I got a text message, obviously from a woman, saying, why are you calling my boyfriend Babyface? And I'm just like, I ain't seen Babyface talk to him in months. And, you know, mind you, this is 3 to 6 months later. I have not seen the guy. COVID started, and I asked him, why did he fall down a rabbit hole? Like, that's where COVID started, and I asked him, why did he fall down a rabbit hole? That's like where we were with things, he and I. And me being in my petty stage, I told sis to, don't let him play you. I said, FaceTime me, you know, we can go on 3-way, don't let him play you, and we can figure some things out, we can talk about it. And obviously she was confused, but I was more so upset with him because it's like, handle your business. And I feel like what I recall is that he said that he don't know what I'm talking about. He don't got no girlfriend. So obviously sis never hit me up again, but that was just weird, you know. And I've never been the type of woman to put myself in those kind of situations, being the other woman or being someone that your dude is talking to and then people come at you with drama. Never been my thing. So, you know, I'm at this time in my life where it's just like, it is what it is. So I was just like, sis, don't let him play you. And if I need to approach him myself, I was very much so in my masculine energy. So I had no problem stepping to him. So I told him, you know, handle your business, blah, blah, blah. I told him he ran down a rabbit hole. That was that. And then the next one, let's call him Juicy. And he knows that I used to call him Juicy. So, y'all know this is the one that I told everybody. I've told everyone. I've told YouTube. I've told everyone, all my friends. I was obsessed with this dude. I stalked this guy. And you literally, everyone knows, you know, we're at this big age. When you have a crush, they sometimes just crush you. So we had like such good chemistry, and a lot of the times in these situations that I found myself in, I was so heavily in my masculine. I wasn't like a girly girl. I wasn't like a girl's girl, but I was still, you know, feminine enough to attract, you know, a man. I was not demanding. I didn't ask them to do anything for me. I was providing. I was showing up. I was telling him where he needs to be, where he needs to go, what he needs to do for me. And I mean, these are spaces that I've never been in when I was in other relationships. So this is my time while we're FNBs, you know, not to have too many expectations on you, but this one, Juicy, boy, we were like toxic. We were like so toxic with each other. Like we would fight. We would not literally fight, but we would go back and forth. He would block me. You know, we would break up. I would break up with him. He would break up with me. I'll show up and he don't answer. He shows up. I don't answer the phone. And it was just like back and forth. I mean, I remember we had like a lot of good times, like just driving around, listening to music, singing out the windows, like, you know, we had our own inside jokes, so on and so forth. But it was just like when things got serious, you know, the egg cracked. And wanted to bring into the conversation, again, everyone knows I was in a DV situation. So I talked to him as it was going on. I had to wait for a court case. And he told me, you know, come over, we can talk about it, blah, 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 blah. This being my first time, so I'm just like, okay. I went over there. I started talking to this guy, and y'all know what he says to me. Baby said, okay, you talking too much. Baby told me that I was talking too much. And obviously, back then, I was like a hurt puppy, okay? I would go to anyone who seemed nice to me, who would smile to me, who would hold me in their arms, who will let me vent. I was such a hurt puppy. And obviously that struck a chord in me. It hurt me. So very fastly, I told him, you know, you're not even worth the conversation. You're not worth the drive. You're not worth, you know, me even showing up here, da, 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 da. And he was shocked because like, come on, bro. So he told me that hurt his feelings after a couple days, that it hurt his feelings and da, 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 da. And of course, we done got back together. We had like a lot of good times, but that situation crashed where he allegedly got a girlfriend, and this dummy, he calls me. Well, obviously it was the girl that was like cash apping me, like call me, da da da. I guess she didn't know what my real name was, or maybe he like deleted our messages or phone call, whatever. So she was cash apping me, talking about call me right now, call me back. And that obviously went nowhere. So he one day calls me after work, because that's what we usually like catch up after work. He calls me and he's just like, you know, I'm sorry for talking to you when I had a girlfriend. The situation was dying down anyway, because like I said, we broke up so many times. And the ping pong matches weren't the same. And yeah, he was just lying. He was lying a lot. Like he was lying more than me. So, you know, and I get a text You know, I get a text one day and he's just like, what are you doing? I miss you. And I was just like, I think I was washing dishes or something. And I was like, oh, your spidey senses are tingling. I miss you too, because I was thinking about him. But we were like kind of at the end of our rope back then. And that was probably like in the summer. It was in the summer. And fast forward, he calls me and he's like, you know, sorry for talking to you too when I had a girlfriend. I should have had more respect for my relationship, da 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 da. But I need you to tell her that we have not seen each other. We have not done anything. And I'm just on the phone like, Inga. And this dude walks to his car and he has me on speaker and he has his girlfriend in the car. And he was just like, can you tell her you have not seen me? We have not done anything. And it was just really like, I'm just like, bro, I thought you were better than this. Like, you really stooped down to this level. What he was afraid to lose, but he really sound bad on the phone, trying to get me to confess this stuff. And she wound up taking over the phone call, I recall, and she was asking me like, what was the cash apps for? I saw that he cash apped you a lot. Did he spend money on you? And I remember telling her, I'm so sorry that you're so gravely insecure. And I further went in to tell her that she was a DAB. And in my healing phase, I instantly regretted saying that. I apologized. I think I journaled about it. I talked to God about it, because I shouldn't be talking to anyone like that or allow anyone to bring that anger out of me to where I have to express myself in such a way. But the conversation had ended that night and I wound up apologized to him, apologized to the girlfriend, and people might X me out, but it was just beneath me. The situation was completely beneath me. So in order to get back to the good feelings, the good vibes, and first of all, interrupted me during a meditation session. That's what really got me. Like, you know how, whatever, let's just let it go. Yeah, he interrupted me during a meditation session and I completely got out of that energy. So I had to apologize. I had to bring myself back so I can get back into my mood and my good vibes. The next day I did apologize and went on about my life. And as I continued to pray to God to bring me a nice man. Y'all, I got played again. So I started talking to this guy that used to come to my job all the time. He was like a little delivery man. And I know y'all probably thinking DoorDash. He was a little delivery man and wasn't my typical type. It wasn't the type that I usually go after. I love dark-skinned men. I love tall, dark-skinned men. I love tall, dark-skinned men. And he just was the complete opposite. But baby had some things to work on with his appearance, which I really didn't mind because I was attracted to him. I loved the attention that he gave me, but that man really played in my face. And some other things that he was doing, I just really didn't 100% take to it. And I was just like, I remember telling my friends, like, something's off. Like, I don't know. I don't think I want to give this man a chance. But, you know, your friends encourage you to not be so judgmental, not to lighten up on your standards. And so I went with it. And he's a Sag just like me. We broke up so many times. We got back together. When it was on, it was fire. When we were off, I wanted to unalive him. And I don't know. I also never dated anyone that was the exact same zodiac sign as me. So that was very interesting. We did not have a lot of things in common, but he was the one that was kind of like willing to bend. I like his music taste. Y'all know I'm big on music. His music taste I wasn't really taken to, but he was into a lot of the things, or I want to say grew to like a lot of the things that I was into. I think I went hiking with him. We went, it was something like go-kart racing, but it wasn't go-karts. And aside from that, he always liked to spend a lot of money on me, which was different. But he was still like a man's man. He was still a gentleman. He was still funny. He had a really nice smile. He had to work on his lineup because, you know, oh, also I didn't mention that he was mixed. So he didn't really have a lineup per se, because I guess that just wasn't something that he was interested in with where he's from, I guess, or the people that he's around. But with me, you know, as I am, you gotta look. And I feel like when Boo had, let's call him Boo, when Boo got the LASIK eye surgery, and what else he did? When Boo, I told him about this all the time. As soon as he got that LASIK eye surgery, he was like light skinned, like, and he was really like showing his ASS, and he was really feeling himself. He was feeling himself way too hard. And he got the Air Forces. He got those Air Forces, and that really kind of just sealed the deal for his blackness to me. And he really showed himself, and he really played in my face. Boo had went on this trip with me, y'all. The first time in, I feel like it was like a year or something that we talked. The first time we could have a weekend together. Boo went on this trip with me. He was in my face all day. For, you know, I was meditating back then and everything. Energetically, I was not able to sleep around him, sleep in the same room as him. I couldn't sleep in the same bed as him. That entire night, I felt like something was off. But the last day, I got blocked. I was blocked. Like, how do we spend time together? We had a good time, and then you block me on your drive home, bro. And in hindsight, like, it was just like, girl, realize that this man only talks to you when he's on the clock, when he gets to his car and he sits in his car after work because he's so exhausted. He don't really make time for you anymore. Like, it was all coming together. It doesn't always come together in the beginning, but towards the end of that, it was all coming together. So yeah, that happened. And one day I'm in Vegas and I get a random message, because I don't really block people, you know. I was just always the kind, I was raised to, if you have a problem with someone, you tell them, you know. Only person I blocked was like my actual boyfriend, because he was kind of, he had a lot of mental health issues. But I didn't block him, and he randomly texted me when I was in Vegas, and he was like, you know, I know you don't want to hear from me, but I really think that we should talk. Where are you? You know, let's talk when you get back. And I was just like, okay, I wasn't doing nothing else, so why not? So when we got back, somehow, I can't recall at the time if someone else told me to do this, but I was randomly on Facebook. And when I was in Vegas, it was in September. So prior to that, the entire summer, I didn't talk to Boo. And for reasons, I know there was something he said that was going on with his mom, and his mom lived out of state, and he's going to take vacation, but he's going to, you know, actually like go away and be gone for an extended amount of time. But what does that have to do with you not talking to me? I have no idea. But Boo basically disappeared. You know, he got lost in the woods somewhere. And fast forward to September, I'm in Vegas, and he hit me up, and I said, okay, we can meet up when I get back from Vegas. And in between that time, I think we went out. What happened? He took me out to eat, and he got me some chocolates and stuff. And I mean, we really didn't get anywhere, but I feel like a lot of the times where we got back together so we could talk. We really didn't get nowhere. He just wanted to be in my space again and lie in my face again. But there was a time when we did talk. I tracked this man down after. I was like, I don't care where you are on your break. I'm coming to find you. And we, I met up with him one day on his break when I was off the clock. I went and found him, and he sat in my car and we talked, and I couldn't get nothing out of him. But guess what, y'all? I was sitting on his little secret. So I sat there, I talked to him for like an hour, probably 45 minutes. And I was sitting on this secret, and I was just like, oh, I can't wait to see his face when I see this. So I whip out my phone. And Boo went and got a house with his baby mother. The entire summer, he did not talk to me. He was closing on a house. He moved away. I don't know what else happened because he never really came out about that. Like, he was putting on so much pressure in the beginning, you know, whatever he was going through. He wanted to make sure all of the SHIT changed and I didn't have to really pay for nothing, that he was going to take care of me. That we were both saving up for this house, and he lied. So as time goes by, my next trip, I went to Vegas with my girls. It was a girls trip, right? So I was trying to get over Boo. I met this guy. I don't know why I always seem to meet someone when I'm out of town, but I met this guy, and my friends and I, we were dancing at the back of the bar. On our last night there, we went to Vegas for Halloween. He had come back there with his boys, and he was dancing with me. And it was just like, this is my last night. I gotta leave. It's nice to dance with you. And he was just like, no, I need to talk to you. You know, take my number, da-da-da-da-da. And, y'all, should have listened to my friend when she said, he looked homeless. He ain't like he homeless. Like, he just needs you. Like, you know, he was just clinging to me. And she was just like, no. But, I mean, for the most part, from what I've seen and what I've been told, is he takes care of himself. He, you know, he was still brown skinned. He wasn't at height requirement, but, you know, whatever. I still liked him. I was attracted to him. And he was so calm, and he was very communicative, and we just talked all the time. And I really liked that attention. And I went to visit him. I went to visit him a lot. And he showed me parts of Brooklyn that I've never seen before. I kind of want to visit Brooklyn again, but y'all, I wound up catching feelings for that one. He got mad at me about stealing a sweater. I don't know. I don't know if it was a cultural thing, but he got mad at me for stealing a sweater and kind of just X'd me out his life. And then, like, almost a year later, he hit me up and he's just like, my brother moved to your city. And I was kind of just like, okay, what does that have to do with me? But he was just asking me to, like, follow him on Instagram. And I was just like, no, like, you hurt my feelings. And he apologized, and he told me to apologize for whatever I did to him, what I stole from him. And it was just like, you know, did you send everything back that you stole? I remember something like that, which was weird. But I don't understand how you get mad at someone for taking a sweater when they like you. I didn't steal from your wallet. I took a sweater because I liked you. But yeah, I wound up catching feelings for that one. And he hurt my feelings, and I was able to express that. So that was just, I love that I never got to visit. yeah, so I kind of was able to express that to him. And I mean, he said that he kind of felt the same way, but we just never went anywhere with that. Now, I say all of that to say I'm so grateful for these experiences. You know, after being a hurt puppy for so long, you know, God still gave me a chance to laugh and live and grow. Because with all of these guys, you know, there were so many things that I thought that I healed from, which I speak about in other videos. So many things that I thought that I healed from, that I was able to do, that I was ready for. And just the trash, I wasn't ready for the trash. The lies, what they say in that video, the piss in the dating pool, I didn't want to put up with that piss. I see from my perspective that I was able to grow from being in an abusive relationship to being in a space where someone actually desires me, actually wants me, actually treats me well. You know, he talks to me respectfully, doesn't put me in places where I need to hide. Then I got into a space where I wasn't able to express myself emotionally, and those that were there, they were able to hold me accountable and kind of really assist me and help me. And in that way, I've changed. Fast forward into someone lying in my face and pretending that they will do these things for me, and I was able to let go of the fear and oblige and, you know, tell them, you know, whatever we got to do, we're going to do it. For all of that to turn out to be lies, you know, there's still an experience. That's what I take from it. I still had an experience. These are still great stories to tell. These will still be things that allow me to continue to have standards while dating, while being in relationships, when I'm out there, you know. So that was my takeaway from all of those things. But I just wanted to share with you all. God always sends you someone. And for those experiences, I'm very grateful, but it was very ghetto, and grateful to have been able to take from those experiences and really completely understand standards that need to go in place, standards that I need to have for myself, and be able to really identify and recognize a lot of inconsistencies that we put up with, a lot of issues that we put up with while dating. And it just helps me to want to do better, want to have more, and really hold myself accountable for a lot of things that I was really blind to in the beginning. And now it is more, how do you say? I'm not as naive, because it is always in your face, and you should always learn to believe people the first time. Listen to your gut. You know, you don't always have to listen to your friends, but listen to your gut, because if I just listened to my first mind, child, I would have saved myself, you know. But when I'm out there, I will continue to just be myself and just relax and just be in my element, and maybe just not attract so many flies next time. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed watching this video, please leave me a gratitude message in the comment section below. At this time, I am posting weekly, and I don't know if y'all noticed, but I've been trying to lose weight since I've been to my primary care physician, and I really hope for good news. My face looks a lot smaller. I'm down probably like 13 pounds now, but yes, I don't know if y'all noticed, my face used to be like this, and now it's like this. So anyways, at this time I'm posting weekly. You all can support my channel by subscribing. Please like this video to help me get into the algorithm. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can purchase any of my journals on Amazon. At this time I have about 33 journals there. I have a lot more things in play for me for the remainder of this year, and I really hope you all enjoyed this video. Y'all stay tuned. See you in the next one.